Al Pacino is having a baby. Yes, that Al Pacino. The 83-year-old actor is expecting a child with his 29-year-old girlfriend, Noor Al-Fallah. Now, I don't care about the age difference, but I do think it's weird when men in their senior years, and they're usually men with some level of power or fame, decide to bring children into this world knowing that they're not going to be around for much longer. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like there's something kind of cruel about it. So his representatives have confirmed this. He is in fact going to have a child with his girlfriend. And she, if you're wondering who she is apparently a producer in the entertainment industry, unsurprisingly very beautiful. I'm sure very talented as well. She's currently 8 months pregnant, and they have been romantically linked for a long, long time, since April of last year. So
look at the judginess. When you know, okay?
Sure.
There's a quick connection. Also, there might not, as you get older, you don't necessarily know how much time you have left. So,
So obviously you want to bring kids into the world.
No, so you don't waste time. You just go full steam ahead into life. That's what you do.
Look,
that's what he's doing.
I'm not trying, I genuinely am not trying to be judgmental over, like, I certainly don't care about their relationship. They're two adults, they could do whatever they want in terms of engaging in any kind of relationship. I'm really curious what people think. I just think it's selfish.
Why?
Because
Why?
like,
that kid, he has 6 kids already. This is the 7th kid, I think I read. I think it doesn't matter. That kid, as the 7th kid, is going to someday be handed more money than you and I together will ever make.
But it's not about the money, John. It's honestly not about the money.
And siblings, that's still a lot of family. Like, let's say that he lives another 9 years or whatever, okay? Then the kid will have him for 9 years or whatever.
The kid will lose his father at 9 years old. Yeah.
So some kids lose their fathers at 9 years old anyway. The world's a chaotic place. I only had my dad like twice that long. Like, it happens. He'll still.
It is an unfair place. No, but John, okay, so look, life happens. I get that, right? So it could very well be the case that 2 people in their early 30s get married, they have children right away, and some tragedy happens where the father is gone, like either through divorce, either through abandonment, either through death. Like, obviously these in Florida that happened, yes. But it's one thing for something terrible, for tragedy to strike, versus making an informed decision to do this. You get what I'm saying?
It might have been not planned. It might have just been, in the throes of 83-year-old passion. It might not have been an intentional thing. And look, I'm just saying, like, you're sort of stressing the parts of this that are sort of unknown or risky, but there's also a lot of stability that comes from having a kid with one of the most famous and I would imagine wealthy people in the country. Like, you're gonna be taken care of. Like, if that does happen, that's a lot of certainty that I think most couples don't have.
I get it, I understand that.
And
I just don't think a 9-year-old or a kid, like, it's tragic to experience a family member, one of your parents die, and we all experience it. We're all gonna go through it if we haven't gone through it already.
Yeah.
But it's particularly terrible when you're a child and you experience that. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure. No, I'm honestly not sure. I think it's possible that kids might not understand it at the same level, so it might not at least consciously have much of it. I have no idea, honestly. But it's also possible that at his older age, like, I know I'm already starting to have, bi-monthly existential crises. Maybe he's experiencing the same thing. And so as you get closer and closer to the end, you're wondering what it is that you're gonna leave behind and how much more there is for you to leave behind before you're done. So maybe you start to get desperate to leave another mark, and this is a mark that he thinks he can leave.
People who decide they don't want to have kids are oftentimes labeled selfish.
Well, that's crazy.
No, but we've talked about this before. I do think there's somewhat of a selfish element involved because there's freedom associated with not having children. However, Wouldn't you also say that someone as old as Al Pacino deciding to continue having kids because he wants to continue leaving some mark on the world is more selfish?
Perhaps, but you're also free to do it. I don't know. I mean, look, ideally, so I'm about to have my first kid.
I don't want to pass
I could have had a kid 20 years ago or whatever. Like, I'm gonna be older than perhaps is ideal by the time the kid is 20 or something like that. Like,
John,
what?
Compared to Al Pacino, you are a fetus. Like, is that why you're catching feelings right now?
I don't know. I live a pretty hard life. I think that biologically, he's probably like 4 years older than me at this point. He probably eats healthier. That's for sure. Anyway, I just think I get that it definitely
he's older than Biden,
out, but it matters much. What's that?
He's older than President Joe Biden.
You said he's older than Ben, and I thought, why is Ben getting thrown under the bus?
No, Biden.
Oh,
Ben.
Okay.
Which Ben? Which Ben are we talking about?
Ben Mankiewicz, I assumed you meant.
Damn, you think Ben Mankiewicz is old? Nobody should tell Ben about this. I mean, he would be very offended that John thinks he's old.
I didn't. What? I feel like Rob DeSantis. What are you even talking about? Anyway, I get that it stands out, but it matters much less the age of the man biologically. So I don't know. Lots of people don't want to have kids. I guess if somebody wants to, that's balance. I don't know.
Okay, so let's talk about Noor a little more because apparently she has a thing for men in their senior years. She previously dated Mick Jagger. Between 2017 and 2018. After they split, here's what she said. Our ages didn't matter to me. The heart doesn't know what it sees. It only knows what it feels. It was my first serious relationship, but it was a happy time for me. Right, I mean, I would like to see the list of older men who aren't wealthy and famous that she has also dated, except I don't think
who cares? Like,
come on, just don't sell me that BS. Like, the heart doesn't know what it sees.
People want all sorts of different stuff. There's got to be some percentage of young, attractive women that are actually into much older men. I don't think it's common, but 1 in 100.
Kevin Costner, but he's not 83.
How old is Kevin Costner?
I don't know. I don't want to look it up.
So you're saying in 10 years you'll all of a sudden not be interested in Kevin Costner?
First of all, I'm 36, not 29. Okay, and I wear that age proudly. And Kevin Costner's not 83. I'm sure of it. I think
he's 68 years old.
See?
Yeah. See? Yeah. Glass Costner's Kasparian. Okay.
She also, by the way, dated a 61-year-old billionaire by the name of Nicholas Berggren. As for Pacino, he already has 3 other children. Pacino is also father to a daughter, Julia Marie, who's 33 years old, whom he shares with ex-girlfriend Jan Tarrant. He also shares 22-year-old twins, Anton and Olivia, with ex Beverly D'Angelo.
Oh, I didn't know that he was with Beverly D'Angelo. That's fascinating. But anyway, yeah, look, she obviously dates older men that happen to be famous or wealthy. She lives in Hollywood. She probably meets a lot of famous people. She works in Hollywood and she's incredibly attractive. So none of this is surprising. If you can, I guess you probably will. I don't know. It doesn't, on behalf of all of the broke, like I'm just gonna speak for the broke 83-year-old men. You're not really competing with Pacino. You never had a chance, so don't let this bother you.
Noor is not gonna sleep with you. It's never gonna happen. She has a type, and the type tend to have massive bank accounts. Finally, I will know.
There's nothing wrong with it. That's all I'm saying.
No, there's nothing wrong with agreeing to have a sexual relationship with men that you're not attracted to because they're rich. But anyway, finally, I'm coming in from the top rope.
You are, Jesus.
Yeah. In an interview with the New Yorker in 2014, Al Pacino said something real interesting, John. I'm curious what you think about it. He said that he did not want to be like his father, who left his family when he was only 2 years old. He said, quote, "It's the missing link, so to speak. Having children has helped a lot. I consciously knew that I didn't want to be like my dad. I wanted to be there. I have 3 children. I'm responsible to them. I'm a part of their life. when I'm not, it's upsetting to me and to them.
Okay, I understand. So he is talking about like whether you're choosing not to be in their life rather than if you were dead. But also, what did he know about life at that point? That was 2014. He was like barely mid-70s. He had a lot of growing up to do.
You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. Anyway, whatever, live and let live. But just think about the impact it's having on the kids that you're bringing into the world. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
I'm sure she's gonna be a great mom.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.